What's going on? It's your boy Zesty here. Back with the week 2 team builder for the NCL. The Philadelphia Pyroars are going against NotanHacker and the Riveting Regigas. What you're looking at now is his team, which consists of Keldeo, Dragon Knight, Meloetta, Dual Blade, Quagsire, Mega Gallade, Excadrill, Slurpuff, Claydol, and Araquanid. As you can see, Dragonite has a kill, Araquanid has 3 kills, Claydol has 1, Excadrill has 1 as well. So from the 6 I think he's going to bring is definitely Mega Gallade, definitely Araquanid, since right now is this kill leader, Excadrill, Dragonite, Keldeo, and either Meloetta or Claydol. But like I said, since this is his team, we could be completely wrong. So next, let's take a look at our team. We're gonna start with Tapu Koko. Our week 2 team looks similar to our week 1 team because I do think our week 1 team was very strong. Just a few pieces missing. So our Tapu Koko is running leftovers with Volt Switch, Dazzling Gleam, Roost, Thunderbolt, typical Tapu Koko set. It's a bulky sweeper, 252 with the special attack, 4 with the special D, 252 with the speed, and its timid nature should let me outspeed most things that are unscarfed. Anything that I feel as though it might have a scarf, we might have a problem with. But this is why we have a whole team. Next is Gliscor, which is our suicide lead. Typically, most of the time, I feel as though most of the time this season, I'm probably just going to really be going 5v6 because Gliscor's main job is really just to get the rocks up and get out. I mean, it'll be great if I get up. Gliscor comes in with a monster that I feel as though is a setup monster. I can probably taunt, get my rocks up, maybe even get a toxic off before they can even do anything, and then switch out. So maybe we can play 6v6, but we'll see. So his moveset is Earthquake, Self Rocks, Taunt, Toxic, with the Toxic Orb, obviously. And Poison Heal as our ability. Get poisoned, heal up, even though, like I said, it doesn't really matter much. 252 with the attack, 4 with the special D, 252 with the speed. With this set, and its jolly nature, with this, we will be able to outspeed the Araquanid. But even though we'll die with 1 liquidation, at least being able to speed and getting up our rocks. Or, we could be in a situation where we could, he brings in, if he has Araquanid and I have Gliscor in, he most likely might think, hey, he's going to switch, so maybe instead of going for liquidation, he'll go for an actual hazard move. And if we taunt, that'll be perfect, but then we're really either have to switch out next or just get our Stealth Rocks up and take the liquidation. Next is Venusaur. And for some reason I just love this mon. I never really played with it besides for this league, so I really wanted to be our kill leader for the season. So it's running Leech Seed, Toxic, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb. This moveset might switch before the game, and if so, I'll definitely let you guys know, but it might switch definitely before the game. Right now it has 100 in the HP, 56 in the defense, 252 in the special attack, and 100 in the special D, and it's a calm nature. The EV spread allows it to take less and less damage, especially with Thick Fat. I don't always have to run away when a Fire Mon or a Mon that might have an Ice move comes in. With this, I should be able to take less damage and most likely be able to deal some good amount of damage either with Leech Seed, Toxic, Leech Seed. Put a Leech Seed on someone, you really put pressure on that person to say, hey, do I want to stay in and keep letting this person, heal up off me, or do I want to get out so I can get rid of those things? And Toxic being on this Mon is also great just because it's a poison type, and that means we'll never miss. So in a situation where I feel as though Venusaur might be going down, and or most of the time, what I hope would happen is I'm in a position where I'm like, hey, we don't really need Venusaur no more, so I can just stay in Toxic and start to whittle down the other threats. Next is Hydreigon. If Venusaur can't be our kill leader, Hydreigon has a chance to be, even though I think there's going to be a different mon on our team that could beat Venusaur and Hydreigon. And we'll get to that next. But this is our Hydreigon set running Expert Belt. I'm not really a big fan of the choice items except for Choice Scarf. I'd rather not be locked into a move, definitely when Hydreigon has such a great move set. Running Draco Meter, Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, Flash Cannon, 252 in the special attack, 4 in the special D, 252 in the speed. I'm still learning the EV spread for Hydreigon. This spread might look kind of just Smogon like, but in the next couple of weeks it will be looking a little bit more diversified like Venusaur. It all just depends on the matchup. Ability Levitate, so allowing me to be able to switch it on some ground type moves. Expert Belt still gives me a boost to super effective damage, super effective attacks without being locked in, so I can use the whole 4 move set. Next is Mesprit. Now I talked before how there was a different mon that had a chance at being the kill leader, and it would definitely be Mesprit. Mesprit for some reason is just, I think it's just very slept on. The EV spread is 4 in the attack, 252 with the special attack, 252 with the speed. With the Choice Scarf, outspeeding mostly anything. Thunder, Psychic, Ice Beam, knockoff. Mesprit, Hydreigon, and Venusaur's attacks, I feel as though are most likely going to be changed because that's just how I am. Right before the battle, I take a look at my team again, and I end up mostly changing anything. So if anything's changed, I'll definitely let you guys know before I show you the battle. Lastly is Chandelure. Chandelure, a little bit disappointed with, because, this isn't Choice Scarf. This is actually leftovers, because this is our Choice Scarf for the week. I'm not really too proud of Chandelure. I kind of wish maybe I would have went with a different Firemon, but it's most likely just because I don't know how to play with it. So once I figure this thing out, like I said, the EV spread kind of looks very Smogon-y. 252 with the special attack, 4 with the special D, 252 with the speed, and Intimidator. But once I really get a good feel for this mon, the EV spread will be looking a lot more diversified. It's running Flamethrower, so we can never miss the fire move. Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, just in case he wants to switch in any like Quagsire or like any kind of water mon into Chandelure. Energy Ball, boom, do some damage to it. It may even KO, not the Quagsire because that thing's pretty bulky. And it's, for some reason I put Psychic on it. Just, you never know. You never know what he might try to switch into it. So yeah, Ancestor's Choice Scarf, running Psychic. If I'm in on a grass type move, not just for this battle, but just in general, if I'm in on a grass type Pokemon, clicking Psychic most likely can still do a good amount of damage, even get the kill. And since I'll be locked into it, his next mon that can come in, I can still do more damage than Flamethrower, because most likely it might be a water mon. If I'm in a situation where I need to stay in, I'd rather be clicking Psychic than Flamethrower. So that's the team. Next, you're going to see the battle. And like I said, if there's any changes to the movesets, I'll definitely let you know before I actually play the battle. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay zesty. All right. So I linked up with NotanHacker. The moves didn't change, so that's good. This is another post-com. So I'm just going to talk myself through it. As you can see, he brings Araquanid, Excadrill, Claydol, and Meloetta, Mega Gallade, and Keldeo. Like I said, obviously we knew Araquanid was coming. It already has 3 kills. So this is going to be a good game. Let's start. So who do I think he's going to start with is the question, obviously. Araquanid. So to counter that, this is something that I was stuck on the main menu for a while, because I was like, do I want to go Tapu Koko and counter his Araquanid, forcing him to switch out? Or do I want to just keep my plan and go Gliscor? As you can see, I go Tapu Koko and he goes Claydol, and I'm like, fudge. Because now I gotta switch out, because it being grounded Psychic, none of my electric moves are gonna work. So I switch out to Hydreigon, he gets up his rocks, and I'm like, okay. Wasn't expecting that. So I go for Dark Pulse. He has a a Colbert Berry, so it doesn't take as much damage, but he does get flinch, which I get lucky with. Then I go for another Dark Pulse, and it doesn't kill. He gets the Toxic up. I'm on a timer. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to Draco Meteor because no matter what, everything on his team, I didn't want to stay in against. So no matter what he was going to do, I was going to get out immediately. Then he goes Araquanid. I was hoping maybe he wouldn't go Araquanid. Maybe he bring in Mega Gallade so I can surprise it with the Fire Blast. But he went Araquanid. So I was like, perfect, I'll go Venusaur. He gets up his Sticky Webs. And at this point, when he got up his Sticky Webs and his Stealth Rocks, during the game, I was like, something doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm missing something. He goes for Magicoat. I go for Giga Drain. Then I go for Leech Seed and I miss. I'm like, okay, RNG, here we go. He goes for Maricoat again. He misses. I go for Giga Drain. He goes for Liquidation. Doesn't do too much. I go for Toxic. I'm like, hey, I'm just going to get this thing on a timer. He goes for Miracle. Doesn't work. Now he switches out to Meloetta. I put a Leech Seed on. I'm like, oh, cool. I got a Leech Seed. Get some health back. He Psychics. I kind of eat that a little bit. I get a Toxic up. I heal up. I'm over here ready just to sack Venusaur. I'm ready to sack Venusaur. I said I got Tapu Koko for Araquanid. I also got Tapu Koko for Keldeo. I was like, I have Mesprit too with the Ice Beams that can help out with them too. So I'm ready to sack Venusaur. Next thing you know, he switches out to Mega Gallade, and I'm like, what? Okay. So I Giga Drain going, and I get health back. Now, since I was ready to sack it, I kept it in because I was like, what can I bring in to eat an Ice type move? Now, thinking about it now, maybe I should have went to Chandelure. Because right now, in this matchup, Chandelure is not looking too great. I mean, it's only looking good for Excadrill, but at the same time, Hydreigon has Fire Blast. So I should have switched to Chandelure, even though he went for Return and killed me. Should have went for Chandelure. So I bring in Mesprit, he goes for Return. It does a lot of damage. I go for Psychic, it's dead. Like I said, Mesprit could be our surprise kill leader. Now, I stay in because... and this is where another mistake I made. I stay in, and for some reason, I thought I was Choice Scarf. But I remember I'm Leftovers. So I'm thinking I'm going to outspeed it. I'm like, it's a fighting type. Psychic will do a lot of damage. However, I'm not Choice Scarf. He outspeeds me. And he gets to kill with Skull. So I'm like, alright, Tapu Koko, time to come in and shine. Get the electric terrain up. He goes to Excadrill, expecting that. I go for Dazzling Gleam. Does pretty much nothing because it's still type. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I go to Hydreigon. Now, this is where I kind of like showed him, like, he may think, like, why would he go to Hydreigon unless he had something to handle it? But what was another dumb move, because I should have just went to Chandelure, because he hit me with Iron Head, and as you can see, it did a lot. And he hit me with Iron Head again. And now I'm just like, wait, what's going on? Like, I'm not faster than an Excadrill. And that's where I realized that I had forgot a Defogger. Tapu Koko could have ran Defog. Hydreigon could have ran Defog. I think Mesprit could have ran Defog. Not one person has Defog. So I'm like, oh my god. Now my whole team is just slow. So I bring in Chandelure, I go for Flamethrower, I switches to Araquanid, I go for Tapu Koko, because at this point I'm like, maybe we can just keep this thing from getting a kill, and not move it up more on the kill ladder. So I go for Tapu Koko, he goes for Liquidation, and it kills, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. And then I go for Gliscor, and as you're going to see, Gliscor does get the kill with Earthquake, nice. He brings in Keldeo though, and just Skull just absolutely murders me. Chandelure, I'm just like, okay, here we go. And that is how the game went. Now, do I believe things would have happened differently if I would have bought a Defogger? I truly do, because there was a lot of mons that I could have sacked that I didn't need for his team. And I feel as though if I would have just had that, a lot of moves would have went differently. Because I would have outsped his Excadrill, and I would have gotten the kill with Hydreigon, which would have put me in an okay position. My team was a lot faster than his. So, I don't know. I really don't know. But forgetting the defogger did not help. So that's the end of week 2. We're 0-2, but stick with me. I promise you we're going to pull through. Don't worry about it. Philadelphia Pyroars never give up. If you enjoyed the content, please hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you're enjoying the series. There's plenty of series coming, and Sword and Shield is right around the corner, and probably going to be 40 more series. So, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Stay zesty. Deuces.